Hello and welcome back to my aquarium, and today we're going to be trying out the Necromancer for the first time. So we have more healing modifiers. That sounds pretty cool. Extra cast frequency, less movement speed scares me, but extra multicast chance. We are starting with Skeletal Warriors as our regular ability here, and as well I do have a rune on that's going to give us access to our special weapon at the very start of the game. So I'm excited to see what the special weapon is for the Necromancer here. Our goal for the day is going to see if we can finish 100% of the Overlord mode, Cycle 2. So that should be the red gate. We'll see if we can even get that portal open. We're going to try our best. And how do we want to do that? Maybe we go here and we turn on everything for Curse Level 2 on the Caves of Daljong, my old buddy from high school, and then maybe we just kind of go for it. And I think that could be a good idea. So why don't we go ahead and kick it in there if we can. Alright, skeletons. Get out there, boys. And I guess we'll just kind of follow them. What is our other thing here? Shadow Nova. Creates a Shadow Nova around you, which heals allies for 30 health and applies doom on enemies in a large area. Interesting. So I can heal my boys by using that. That's cool, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to heal them usually. Yeah, I'm definitely very slow, but it also does a little bit of damage, so that's nice to see. Oh my god, yeah, I'm getting a lot of skeletons. I was kind of hoping that my second ability would have been like another summon, like maybe I could have skeletons as base, and then the second weapon here would have been like, you can summon skeletons too, and I would have been like, very cool. But this is also very good, especially as we get farther, because our boys are going to be fighting a lot, and if we can get them to fight in there, and then just, you know, heal them ourselves, that'll be a very helpful thing. Just kind of picking up the XP here as we go. Last time, what did we do? Spellblade stuff, something like that? I don't leave some XP back there. I'm trying to get down to the corner. It's easier to farm out quicker in the corners down here, so it's good if you want to do speedy runs. So just get down in the corner and go from there. So that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, give me that XP. Let's see, they're dropping XP up here. I guess we'll go grab it. Almost to level 3. I'd like to hit level 3 really quick. Oh my god, they shredded him. And let's go ahead and put this in here. I'm just going to go straight for magnetic. I don't think Fire Shield's even that good, to be honest with you, so I'm not even going to grab it. Although maybe I will grab it later if it pops up, because I think Fire Shield spawn around your summons, which would be pretty dope. I think Arcane Disc is really good. So let's do that. Help our boys do more damage. Multicast immediately for Shadow Nova. Yeah, with that high a level, there's no reason not to go for it, right? Oh yeah, look at that, already getting multicast on that. Man, these guys are kicking cheeks. I love to see it. Okay, let's remember we do have to actually aim now, because we do have the Arcane Disc here. So let's keep that in mind. The only thing here is, like, it's a little harder to follow the XP sometimes if they go off into, like, groups all around. So it's going to be very important once we do kill these bosses to actually go ahead and make sure we pick up their crystals and, you know, get all that XP straight to us. That's going to be very helpful. Let's see, we'll go ahead and grab this up. The only other big summoning class I've done so far has just been the Hound Master. Of course, spawns with the Hounds, and then we had... let's just go for that. Shadow Bolt, Chaos Bolt, Poison Bolt. 5 Poisonous Bolts in the direction you're aiming at towards a random enemy. I'm going to go for Poison Bolts so we have a little more... ooh, wait. Chaos Bolt in the direction... yeah, let's go for the Poison. Yep, strike chance there. I'm going to go for the XP multiplier. That crit would be great, but I think the XP would be great. Especially this early on, you know, we just want to get that stacking up and get that going. Shredded, dude. Have to get back into this. I haven't played this game for a few days here. But always a nice, relaxing time when I can go ahead and just jump in and get some fun runs on here and just enjoy myself for a little bit. Pretty close to that first Lord of the Void there, so we're just waiting for that. I'm gonna hit level 5 here in just a second, and then I'll go ahead and pop my abilities out. Okay, so we could still go for like a Shadow Bolt, which will shoot towards random enemies. Poison Cloud I've had before, and I just don't think it's crazy good. But at the same time, I'm gonna go because I already have one poison ability, so maybe it could be very good. Okay, so the skeletons do count as shadow. So that's nice to know. Increase the damage modifier for the skeletons who are already tearing it up, so yes, please. And I'm definitely going for Arcane Sparks, because that exposed, and when you can get multicast out the wazoo with that, huge help. I can't stand the losing more movement speed, personally, until I actually get some, and then maybe I'll go for some of those upgrades as a little trade. But right now, just getting some movement speed is going to be one of my priorities. So the great thing about a summon build is that they kind of take the heat from the bosses sometimes. So you can kind of stand there and just, like that, beat the snot out of the bosses a lot easier, because your boys are just kind of tearing it up. Let's see if I can get up to my boys, maybe heal them a little bit. They're kind of running away. So I guess getting a really big area modifier for this, what is this called, Shadow Nova, would be really good, because then even if my boys are really far away, we could still heal them, you know what I mean? Obviously getting the XP, range multiplier, and just the XP multiplier in general is very good. The magnetic upgrade is what it's called. It's going to be awesome, so that we can pick up our XP from farther away. Just give me the Poison Bolt, and then do I want to trade anything out here? Maybe I trade out Poison Cloud. Stun, Disoriented. I think Death Vortex is really good, and the thing is this has Shadow, which these both have as well, so we can kind of combo with that. So I'm going to take out Poison Cloud and roll with these as my abilities here. Movement Speed, yes please, no thank you. We'll go for that. We'll go some Arcane Sparks. Immediately onto, yeah, we'll go Death Vortex. Starting to get our little Arcane Sparks bounce around a little more, that's what I want to do. And those Death Vortexes will be really good for tearing up the enemies, because we know, especially when you can get them real big and get that damage scaling on them quite a bit, they can do some good work. Cast modifier, area modifier for everything, especially like our Arcane Discs will be really good. And then from there, you know, kind of just keep going. I don't really know, what does area modifier do for summons? Does it just make their attacks themselves have a larger area? I'm sure that's what it is. So if they do like a little slash when they're going to hit somebody, their little slash would be bigger. That's what I would assume it is. Kind of just running around a lot to find the XP wherever it may be dropping, which is fine by me. I mean, kill all these ogres right here, we should get some good XP from them. Yeah, see, like there's a bunch up here. Pretty far pickup range on our XP right now, I will say. I'm just gonna go for damage at this point if I can. Creature damage modifier, yes please. Ooh, that's a lot of movement speed, but I'm not gonna pass up that. Give me the crit. There's some good movement speed, now we're talking. XP. A little bit more health. Should be pretty good on the health now. Movement speed is feeling much better. If I get a little more, then I would be willing to start taking some of those upgrades that would actually lose me some XP, but give me damage modifiers. So, we'll run around for a second and see if we can make some kind of trade like that. Smack these guys up real quick. The better we can kill these elites, the faster we can kill these elites, the more I can get some XP out of them. So, love to see that. Again, not saving up any more than 5 levels at a time, just so we can really be sure that if we do hit any of those magnetic upgrades like we just did on the last level there, then we're not losing too much XP overall. We want to get them as early as we can and not save up 15 levels at a time, as one of my viewers so helpfully pointed out to me, and I was like, oh, that's a great point. So that's one of our strategies that we're always trying to watch nowadays. Hello, where are you? There you are, down here. Getting a snot beat out of you. Ooh, multicast of Shadow Nova. There we go, big area modifier. I will get this. I want to see if it spawns on my skeletons. Speaking of summons, there's Chaos Golem. Okay. So I could trade out Poison Bolts, and I think I'm going to do that. We are on a summon build after all, so I think just getting some summons is a really good idea. And look, already, got a golem there going off on him. Now, I don't see any fire shields spawning on our boys. I'm just kind of walking around this guy, hitting with all the arcane discs I can, and just stacking up the expose on him. And there we go, a lot of XP there. Let's go ahead and pop that in really quick. Might have been a mistake to get rid of our, whatever I just got rid of there, our poison bolts. But I don't know, I think only time will tell. Yeah, I don't see any fire shields spawning around our skeletons. I saw them spawning around my dogs at the end of my Bloodhound, or Bloodmaster run, and I was like, oh, maybe some of my summons can actually get the fire shield around them. So that's why I was kind of interested to see if I could do that here, but it looks like it's not always the case. Maybe it's just something very specific to those like Bloodhounds that you spawn on the Houndmaster there. There was just a mosquito on my arm and I felt it land. Man started sucking my blood, I think. And I was like, well, I could try to smack this and stand still for a second, but I think I'll just pause really quick. So, oops. Sorry about that. Okay, Sploders are starting to spawn now. Some nice area modifier for our arcane discs would be good. And then just a damage multiplier on them in general would be nice. But look at that, the multicast on those is awesome. And obviously, the arcane sparks going around should be a pretty good thing to deter those Sploders from hitting us, because with all the arcane, you know, bolts flying around all the time, it's going to be hard for them to not just hit one, is the idea you're going for there. I will take this, and then we'll look for some movement speed if we can soon. Just give me the damage modifier, honestly. Ooh, there we go. Exactly. Multicast Arcane Sparks is what I'm looking for. And then the damage modifier for Chaos Golems. I know they can get some pretty good damage. And multicast chance for everything was summon. That's exactly what we're looking for. And that's why I picked up a second summon ability, so that we can go ahead and get a bunch of summons out there and they can just tear it up. You see what I mean, though, when we actually kill a boss, how important it is to make sure we do pick up that crystal, because it brings so much XP to us. So we got to stay on top of things like that. I almost dashed into that attack there. This dude's running at me. Yeah, some cast frequency would be nice. We don't have too much of it right now. And seeing as how the only thing I can actually aim myself is these arcane discs, I would love if I could just shoot them out more often. Where is this guy? Here he is. Kind of just sitting down there. I didn't see a little doofball. Just kind of taking a stroll behind his cheeks here. Trying to hope that he doesn't focus me. And he's not too much so far. There we go, take him out. We'll have to wait a second before we can grab that. Hey, crystal. Once we can. Hello. That'll be nice. Level 4 and almost level 5. Let me see if I can grab level 5 really quick. And then we'll go ahead and place these levels. Oh, there's got to be some XP somewhere. Oh, they're tearing it up here. We should probably get level 5 off somewhere. Hey, any of you guys got XP? Thank you, thank you. Alright, let's go ahead. Cast frequency, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Let's get a little bit of burn going. Everything with missiles, so our arcane discs and sparks. And then we'll go for this. Critical strikes have a bleed. Yeah, that's great. And then everything with arcane has area modifier. Perfect. Yeah, we want to get these really big, and we want to get them cast frequency like crazy. You can see the arcane sparks are going nuts, and that's exactly what you want to see, have them bounce around literally everywhere. I don't really think that should have... Okay. Oh, okay. I thought the slam hit me at first, and I was like, hell no, that did not hit me. But then I noticed it was just a exploder. It hit me for 1 HP or something, so that's not a big deal. Yeah, our direct damage, not too big. It's mostly, for me right now, this build is about applying exposed with our arcane abilities, and then letting our actual summons just go off on the elites after we put exposed on them. And once we do that, I think they kill the elites and the bosses pretty quickly. After that, well, I mean, if we can get any kind of status effects like burn or poison, you know, the tick kind of stuff. I know we are playing some Doom, and that's really good. Where's this guy? Oh, he's down. Okay. Hello, Lexi. Looking ugly as ever today. I'm going to try to stand on top of him, too. Make sure we're not going too far, because I don't know how big my Shadow Nova is. It just went off right there. It doesn't look like it's too big. So if I can make sure I can stand on top of him, that can actually hit with that. I'm not sure if it actually does a bunch of damage, or if it's mainly there for, like, healing your dudes. Speaking of my dudes, none of them are hitting him, really. No, there's a few on there, but not as much as I would like. So can I get something to kind of help me right here? Maximum active units is increased by 1. That's a great upgrade. And then Vortex, yeah, if I could get like 1 Vortex on him, that'd be pretty dope, I would say so. This is taking a little too long. There we go. I think some Doom might have popped off on him or something. We'll grab that in a second, as soon as we can at least. Hello, thank you. I kind of feel like the boss's attacks should despawn right when they die. Because it's annoying when you kill the boss and it's just like, okay, but now you have to sit there and wait for poison to disappear or fire to disappear, and it's like, why? Like, they're dead. And most enemies, I feel like when they die, well, you know, at the end of the game, when you pick up that last big XP crystal, you know, the final boss dies, and then all their attacks disappear, and all the enemies disappear, and it's like, that should just happen with each boss you kill. Not with any enemies or anything, but just specifically the boss's attacks, I feel like should just disappear. It's kind of weird to me that they don't. Hit this guy with the disc, let's get on top of him, see if we can hit some Shadow Novas. Itch my face, because it's kind of itchy. I feel like maybe I'm psyching myself out because now I have that mosquito that I smashed, and I was like, maybe he bit me earlier. But, I don't know, dude seemed a little bad at his profession of being a mosquito, because I felt him, like, pretty immediately, so don't think he got too much blood. You know, this one time, do you guys remember when Zika was, like, the big thing, scaring the nation? And I was in high school, and it was so funny, because just that morning, we'd gotten these, like, pamphlets, and they were like, oh, take them home to your parents, and it was like, basically, hey, be careful, there's Zika going around, inform your kids about it. And, cast frequency for sure. It was like, okay, this is something. And then, as we were reading this, like, little pieces of paper, pamphlet things, a huge mosquito lands on my friend's knee, or his arm, whatever it was, and started, you know, sucking his blood. My friend didn't see it, so I was like, oh, I got you. I smacked this mosquito, and I swear, the blood of a million men spilled out of that thing, and I was like, my guy, this is disgusting. So that was an immediate trip to the bathroom to, like, wipe off the blood of an entire army off of me. But, you know, that's how it goes sometimes. It's good to stand sometimes in front of an enemy with an arcane disc, and then you just kind of chill, because the arcane disc actually comes back to you, kind of like this guy's saw blade attack does, and then it hits again. I kind of wish I could, like, oh my god, look how many skeletons we just put on him. I'm gonna stand next to them, make sure I'm hitting them with my Shadow Nova, so I can just keep healing them. And as long as I do that, I think we can probably keep most of them alive. There we go. Yeah, we're just healing the heck out of them. Kind of lost my mouse here. That's okay. We got it back. Doing your beam attack or something? Yeah, there you go. Oh! Did I finish? Complete a match in under 12 minutes? Something, something, something. Okay, red portal should be Overlord mode. Let's do our levels, then we'll hop in there. Units summoned by Skeletal Warrior skill take 2 less damage. Or the damage modifier. Give me damage modifier, because I feel like they're living quite a bit, and I can also just heal them. There we go. And more damage modifier, yes. Look at my boys. Let's do it, let's tear it up. That was 11:27, which is pretty close to my other minimum time on this same map. So we need to do 2 cycles of this, is what we're trying to do. Try to hit these materials really quick. And then I'm going to get down to this corner, and we'll play down here. Yeah, I saw one thing they're trying to work on is making the maps more, you know, actually different and unique. I'm excited for that. Oh yeah, tear it up, skeletons. Let's go. And then the golems are just doing it up there. I like that. I like that. Are you taking a lot of damage, skeletons? Not from these guys, at least. Doesn't look like it. Where's my Shadow Nova? Oh, there it goes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just doing a bunch of 0 heals because they're not even dying. Look, this is one skeleton. He's just like soloing these idiots. Okay, so me, myself, I don't really do damage. I'm just applying exposed and like burn and bleed a little bit. And then my boys just kind of tear it up, is what I'm kind of starting to see here. There we go. This corner is perfect. I think we just farm it up here and we'll be sitting pretty. Might be a little bit of a longer episode, we'll see, because I got to get through 2 cycles of this if I can. And that's what I'm going to attempt to do. I would like a little more movement speed, if I could be honest with you. Obviously, I've been doing pretty good at avoiding stuff, and it's much easier to avoid stuff. I guess that's why this guy does have less movement speed, just to start, because he doesn't need as much when, you know, the aggro of these enemies is oftentimes not even on him. Yeah, I'll take the health, why not? Multicast chance of summon, yes please. XP multiplier. Give me the Doom. Ooh, damage modifier of disc, that's perfect, because I need those things to do a little more damage. I'm going to keep popping with this Doom as much as I can. Stacking up Doom on these guys is one thing that I can do pretty well on my own with these discs and with these arcane sparks. Like, look at these guys, they both have like 70 stacks of Doom on them already. And then I can just chill here, you know, and keep hitting them, making them exposed as much as possible, and whenever the Doom actually pops off, like that, they just kind of die. What are you doing down here in the corner, you guys? You're fucking up down here? Yeah, look at that. This is a perfect place to kind of stand with these arcane sparks, especially because they kind of bounce off the wall. I mean, sometimes they just kind of bounce off midair, I will say, is a thing that happens. If I can hit both these guys at once, that'd be cool. Ouch. Interesting. I'm going to try to run around them really quick and see if I can get down here. I don't know who my boys are really focusing. Let's get some boosts here. Critical damage completely, yes, please. Cast frequency, yes. Health of Chaos Golems. There's some movement speed, but I'm going to take the movement speed, to be honest with you. Area modifier, and then our area modifier for everything with Arcane. Yes, okay. So look how big our Arcane Sparks and our discs, to a certain degree, are getting right now. That's what we want to see. Hello there. I am trying to kill the Fireboy here. The nice thing is, speed doesn't particularly matter anymore. Yeah, I wish I could kind of like tell my guys, hey, focus the Fireboy, you know, like if I could just left click on him and do that. Because as far as I know, that's just not possible. That's just not an option I have. It's just kind of like hope my guys attack. you know, the boss or whatever. I'm trying to get a Shadow Nova on you and heal you, little skeleton. But it's not really something I can do. How big is my Shadow Nova? It looks quite big. Ouch. Okay, I'm just taking hits like a dum-dum here. Speaking of Shadow Nova area. Damage modifier of units summoned by the skeleton. Okay, so just my skeletons. Damage modifier. Fragility. Fragility will be good too. Stack that up with our brittle stacks, or exposed, I think it is. Brittle is magic missiles. Exposed is arcane stuff. I will say that aiming from the bosses, while it's not on me, it's on my dudes, can still be a little dangerous to be on my dudes because it's random, right? At least when the aim is on you, you're like, okay, I know they're going to aim at me. And I can do my best to avoid that, which I obviously can't do right now because I suck. But other times, you know, you can. Hello, alright, yeah. Can you guys die? Like, can I kill these elites? And then maybe my boys will kind of focus the boss a little more. Hello there, yeah. I'm kind of just all on my own here with these elites. Hello. See what I mean? Like, that guy just threw his attack there, but I almost dashed into it because the aimer was so weird. Okay, I think we did kill one of those elites, and my guys kind of went to a better attack on these dudes. All your attacks... Yeah, let's just keep getting fragility. I think is a good idea. Make these shadowed vortexes really big. Damage modifier of golems. Yeah, do that. Give me a little more movement speed, then maybe I can start trading some of it away. Damage modifier for everything with shadow. That's huge. And then area of effect for everything with arcane. Yeah, let's do that. Maybe I should get a little more defensive items because I am taking some damage here in the late game. Well, not the late game, but just the now game. Look how big our arcane sparks are. That's pretty cool. A lot of boys. A lot of boys. So this is taking a really long time. And I don't know if it's like... Am I playing the summon build wrong? Holy, look how many things are on the ground there. That's tough to have the burning and the poison at once. I'll tell you what, that is tough. I'm trying to come through with the arcane shit, my boys. I'm trying to make them exposed and shit. It's not that easy. I also want to hit them with a Shadow Nova, but it's just like, I can't get there to do it. Are all my summons dead or something? Area modifier, yes, please just make things big. Experience. Damage modifier with everything with burst. Okay, doesn't help the most. Okay, arcane sparks are starting to get some pretty good damage on them. Which I think we're starting to see. Look, they're kind of tearing it up. Man, I feel like that one run that I had, where I first had Shadow Vortex, I was like, man, this ability tears it up. And every subsequent run I've had with Shadow Vortex since then, I've just kind of been like, yeah, it's fine. Like, I don't know why it did so much damage in that first run that I used it, and ever since then it's just been kind of lackluster. But it really just feels that way. Trying to get all the exposed on these guys. Dash upwards there a little bit. Yeah, keep sucking the arcane discs, little freaks. And the sparks. Well, buckle in, this might take a while. Honestly, I'm just trying to think here. What do I trade out, even? Units summoned by the Chaos Golem. As many sparks as I can. Because this is already at level 9. Like, do you think I get rid of Chaos Golem or even, like, Shadow Nova? I don't know, because I feel like the Doom could be pretty good, but I'm not even getting to hit the bosses because they're so far in there, and I can't get on top of them because how many effects there are. Maybe I get rid of Death Vortex. What would I get rid of it for? Anything like this? Because I could actually aim Firebolt, you know what I mean? Or this. let's make a ballsy move here. Might be stupid, but it also is arcane. So look, it already has a 30% damage modifier, 90% area modifier. So let's see. I don't know. I feel like I gotta try something. You know what I mean? Like even already, at least I'm actually able to hit this guy right now. You know, I'm actually hitting him. The other one died. And even without my boys hitting this guy right now, I was actually able to sit there and be like, hey, screw you. I can actually look at these elites and be like, screw you. So, yeah. I think this is a good pickup. And if I can just keep bolstering... Oh, Lord Almighty. I didn't even get their crystals yet. Please give this to me. I guess it doesn't really matter, to be honest with you. Yeah, I just need to keep leveling this up, I think. Everything with missile or multicast or arcane sparks. Yeah, of course we'll just do missiles. And then let's do damage modifier. Last level here. Let's be ready to dodge. We'll get some armor power. I don't know if I've been breaking any health crystals. I might have been breaking some that on accident. I haven't seeked any out. Ooh, boy. Wow. It was a Sploder that spawned on me. Okay, I thought that ability hit, and I was like, no shot. No shot at Ruski. Hey, shoot somebody your own size, which would be the other boss. I think I just dodged extra far. Hello there, you gonna like Beyblade or something? I need to get all those elites dead if I could just do that. Hello, skeleton. There's a lot of elites here. Like, look at these dudes. Look at these dudes. Die. I don't even know. I don't even know. I know the bosses have a little more health from the level of curse we have on. I'm surprised he hasn't Beybladed yet. Or actually, he probably has, but it just was attacking my boys and not focusing me. Speaking of my boys, I think they're finally getting some hits in on these guys. Okay, that's just not fun. Arcane Sparks, you're supposed to be dealing with that, so I don't have to. While I itch my ear here because... Oh! Good dodges, good dodges. What's up, Snake? Not too much that I like, it seems. Alright, we need to get some stuff leveled up here. Cast frequency, for sure. Please do damage modifier. It needs to do damage, dude. Damage. Damage, yes. Just all damage. Just give me damage modifiers. I will honestly just take a bunch of straight up damage modifiers. Broke a health crystal there. Not too mad about it. I think it needed to happen. Not meaning to hover over those, so sorry about that. Another thing, is that in the settings? Can you turn that off to where you don't hover over abilities? Sometimes it's nice because I like to read it, but I could always like turn it on when I want to read something and then, you know, turn it back off whenever I want. But when I go too far down, which I do pretty frequently, and then it's like, okay, now you're hovering over this, and it's like, okay. Oh lord. This is kind of tough. But it's not like... I don't know, do you think... I wish I could... Because hold on, here's what I want to check. Can I see how much damage my stuff is doing? Like, that's not something I can check right now. If I knew how much damage I'd done with each ability, then I would consider getting rid of something else, but I don't know that. You know? Because I'm kind of thinking about getting rid of, what you would call it? Shadow Nova. But it's like, it is level 10. But the Arcane Beam's already level 5. I just feel like I need something else with more direct damage. Again, which is why I got the Arcane Beam, but I feel like maybe I need something with a little more range to it. In situations like this, when I can actually stand near my boys and heal them, I think it's good, but look at that, it's like I already have to leave. And I feel like I barely got to do anything while standing there, you know? So, is it really worth it? And now there's 4 bosses, so it's just like... No, I really don't know. Yeah, do your big laser. I'll kind of run behind you or something. We'll have a absolute field day out here. Then I'll get blasted because I had literally nowhere to go. Which I guess is my fault for positioning there. Thank you, health crystal. At least the health crystals, you know, usually they're doing less damage, but they're doing less healing on these higher curses, but they're actually doing more healing because I have an extra healing percentage modifier on this character. So I'm looking around here. I'm like, maybe this? I know we got rid of it earlier, but also I've seen this before and I think it's really good. Huh. I'm open to anything. Let's try it. Multicast Chance of Shadow. So immediately start leveling it up a little bit. Magnetic. The other thing I was thinking is maybe like this, you know, because it can really just hit a lot of people in a lot of area, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know, damage modifier, chaos golems, yes please, and just damage modifier in general. I mean, here's the thing, right? I know that my dudes are in there and living without me even being able to heal them, because I don't get focused by the bosses all that much. You know what I mean? If they weren't in there and staying alive and doing damage, okay, then I would know they were not living long enough. But I think they're tanky enough on their own without me having the healing in them anyways, that they're kind of doing stuff. Honestly, yeah, come down here. Oh my god, there we go. Chaos Golem's coming in. What do I pay you guys for? Freaking do something, please. Oh, somebody actually... There's actually some really good damage in there. I mean, look at all the effects stacked up on, like, Alexi, for instance. Under his name, you can see it all. It's just like... Bruh. Can you do a little die for me? Can you just die a little bit? Why am I so low health? Yeah, honestly... I'm gonna try my best to kind of salvage this. But if we have to kind of say screw this, then I'm completely fine with that. I'm fine with just being like, alright, let's try this on a different character that I know how to use more. I do think summons might be a little underpowered in the game right now, which, you know, I talked about it before when I played the Houndmaster, where I was like, I love summon builds, but it's very hard to balance summon builds in games, because they're either going to be strong or they're going to be underpowered, I think. And in this game, unfortunately, I think they were a little scared of making them too strong, and they ended up being a little underpowered, because even on that Bloodhound or Houndmaster build that I did, when I did that run, you know what ended up being my most damage? It was my basic attack, my basic starting attack, my blunderbuss or whatever it was. You know, I think it was like shrapnel shot too helped. Like, I was still the one doing a huge majority of that damage, and it was just from running away, trailing them behind me, and, you know, taking them out. And it's like, okay, what hit me there? It's like, I feel like you just don't get enough damage out of your summons to where they matter. And so it was like, man, I feel like I wish I could have at least like 3 of my attacks on a summon character be some kind of summonables. Maybe my other attacks could be like one direct one and then some buff type attacks. Okay, I'm just walking into shit now. Kind of checked out of this one because it's a little goofy. But, you know, that's not... that's gotta stop. It's not a choice you get. It's just like... It's just better, even on these summon characters, to say, okay, I'm gonna go full in on my own damage, because that's what's gonna get you a good run, is your own damage. Not sitting there and, you know, getting your summons leveled up. I mean, look at my golems. Sure, they're distracting a lot, they're tanky as all hell. Look at that, they're barely even taking damage while they're standing in that shit. But how much damage are they really doing? I don't think they're doing enough damage, even when there's 3 of them on one boss. It looks like we finally killed a boss. That's great. That's fucking awesome. But, like, now it's not enough. And you gotta think how much I'm... Well, that was unavoidable. How much damage, extra damage, I'm enabling my summons to do, right? I'm putting so much... Do combustion here. Look, another damage multiplier. Like, 135% extra damage multiplying. I'm putting so much exposed on these enemies, and these guys still have so much trouble trying to kill them. Look how many skeletons it just took to take down that wolf. That one wolf. Seriously? It's just like... I think my skeletons are just eating ass. Okay, so I just died. If you see in the bottom right, next to my abilities on the right side of them, I have revives. That's part of the skill tree, and I have one more, which... We're about to spawn more Lords of the Void, but... I'm not even leveling up. I'm gonna nuke this run. I'm gonna nuke this run, because I don't even want to waste time with this, because it's just not entertaining, which means I know you guys aren't going to want to watch it, and I don't want to sit here and waste time on it. But we did unlock some stuff. Skeletal Mage. Someone's one Skeletal Mage to fight for you. Okay. We got him prestige up a little bit. Because look at this. Okay, so 17 million from Skeletal Warriors. That's pretty good. Arcane Disc, 10 mil. Shadow Nova was at 5 mil, so maybe it was doing pretty good. Chaos Golem's at 10 million, then Arcane Sparks, 21 million. It's just like... I don't know. I feel like the Chaos Golems should have at least been 15 million, you know, closer to the Skeletal Warriors, because it's like, these are my starting summons. I understand they got a head start on the Chaos Golems, but I don't know, something about the balance of those summons just feels a little off to me. But then again, maybe I'm not playing it right. Who knows? I like the idea of his special weapon, though, I will say. I wish it was kind of a bit further. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so that was his unique skill that I just unlocked. So next time I play him, I could have Skeletal Warriors and Skeletal Mage. We'll try him again at some point. And I still want to unlock this dude, so next time I'll pick a character that I really like, and we'll go in and we'll try to beat 2 go-throughs of the Overlord mode, and I'll probably just put on no curse or something so that we can at least, like, get through that. But hey, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. This dude's meditating in mid-air. If you want to do that too, you can meditate in mid-air, and then while you're at it, give me a little like, comment, subscribe, or even hit that notification bell so you can see more in the future. But that is going to be it for me today, so as always, have a great day.